Friends, today we will discuss the relation between you and me. You means all of you, that is, all living and non living beings, all this universe, and me means myself who visualize this whole universe. In Vedaranyak Upanishad, Mantra 4.4.19, it is said, Manusev anudastavyam neh nanati kinchina मृत्यु स्वमृत्युम आपनोति यह नाने विपश्यति. Through the mind alone, it is to be realized that there is no difference whatsoever in this world. He goes from death to death who sees differences here. It is said in this mantra that there is no difference whatsoever in this world. However, we see that here in this world, each living and non-living beings have definite identity and they differ with each other. It also says that because we see the differences here in this world, we go from death to death. Means we again and again take birth and die. Now, how it is possible that there is no difference in this world? We all observe this world through our senses, such as eyes, ear, nose, skin, etc. And information about it is visualized in our mind. In this waking state, we observe this outer world, and even in this waking state, when we close our eyes, we see this world we have already observed, or we want to observe, or we fear not to observe. So there is a complete world in our mind, which may or may not have similarity with this outer world. Again, when we are in dreaming state, a different world remains running there, characters and contents of which may and may not be similar to this outer world, but it represents what we have already experienced, or what we want to experience, or what we want to avoid. So, this world is there in our mind also. Our physical body and mind are limited in space. There is no much space in our physical mind to keep all this in universe there. So how this vast universe is there in our mind? Certainly it is not present there in physically, but its soft copy or images are there in our mind. Again, soft copy or images of this universe is there in our mind, not in physical mind, but in soft copy of our mind or in electronic screen of our mind. So this electronic screen of our mind is not limited in space. This electronic screen of our mind has infinite space. Since it is in electronic state, in modern scientific language, physical form, that is body, is used for display only. Just as computer data is fetched to display on the monitor, so This physical body is nothing more than a display board or monitor. When one display board or monitor becomes faulty as the body dies, data can be displayed on other monitor or in other body which takes birth. So this is clear that this whole universe is there in our mind but not in physical form, but in soft form or in electronic form or images on the soft screen of our mind which is infinite in nature. For this state, Ashtavakra says in verse 7.2 of Ashtavakra Gita, मयि अनंत महाम बोधो जगत बीज स्वभावतः उदेतु वा अस्तमायातु न मे विद्धि न वाचति. I am the infinite sea of consciousness in which waves of this world emerges and subsides. It neither increases nor decreases my infinite existence. The screen of our mind, which is the sea of consciousness, on which images of this world remains coming and going like waves in the ocean, and these waves neither increases nor decreases our infinite existence. That is infinite screen of our consciousness supporting our mind. Here we may return to the mantra of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. I mentioned in the beginning that Manusev Andashtabhyam Nehe Nanati Kinchina Mrityu Swamrityum Apnoti Ya Ih Nane Vipasyati. Through the mind alone, it is to be realized that there is no difference whatsoever in this world. He goes from death to death who sees differences here. As we have seen that this world is there in our mind in electronic form only or in the form of waves only. So all the universe is nothing but electronic waves on the electronic screen of our mind. One wave may be smaller or bigger than the other, but there cannot be any material difference among the waves. And all these waves are only on the electronic screen of our mind. So these waves are only the vibrations in the screen of our mind or in our consciousness. Hence, where is the difference? As we see, the data of computer appearing on the monitor in different shape and size and color, but it is only for display. In the original data, character of all those are same. So there is no difference at all. Hence, the first line of the mantra of Vedanta Upanishad, Manusev Anudashtabhyam Nehananati Kinchina, it is to be realized through mind that there is no difference whatsoever in this world is proved. Regarding the second line, that is Mrityu Mrityum Apnoti Ya Ih Nane Pasyati, he goes from death to death who sees differences here. We can see that all the physical forms are getting destroyed in a time limit. Physical body of all living beings die after a particular time. And all non-living beings are also got destroyed or changed in form after a certain time. Nothing is immortal here. Only immortal is that which is in soft copy or in electronic form. In Gita, verse 15.16, Lord says, Dva bimau purusau loke char akshar ev cha char sarvani bhutani kutastho akshar uchyate. There are two kinds of being in this world. The char, that is perishable, and akshar, that is imperishable. All beings in material form are perishable, and those who are hidden are imperishable. Kuta means expressing some image by hiding the real. It is also called Maya, and it cannot be destroyed. It is not destroyed because it is only the image. If one image is destroyed, another will appear because its original is intact, hidden somewhere, and unreachable. So, all physical things are perishable and all forms of images are imperishable. Hence, those who remain in physical form and see differences in this world in physical form gets destroyed again and again. That is, goes to death again and again. Here, the second line, Mrityu sa mrityu apnoti ya ih nane pasyati, also gets proved. Now we come to the title Yumi, or you and me. That is, you are none other than me. Also gets proved because if there is nothing difference in this world, then what is difference between you and me? Here is a very beautiful mantra number 16 of Isa Upanishad, which says, पूषन्ने कर्षे यम सूर्य प्रजापत्य व्यूह रश्मिन समूह तेज यत्ते रूपम कल्याणतमम तत्ते पश्यामि सो सावसो पुरुष सो अहम अस्मि. O sun, the solitary traveler, the nourisher, the controller, the acquirer, the son of Prajapati, do remove thy rays and gather up thy burning light, so that I may see your most graceful face, as I am none other than you. I am none other than you. I am none other than you.